ridden by Mark Birch. 3 is Grey Desire, bidding for his 14th triumph, ridden by Kevin Darley. 14 is Homo Sapien, Willie Brown, who won the first. 7 is Miami Count, the challenger from Ireland, David Parnell. 8, Case and Patica, Michael Miller. 9, Bold Indian, John Reed. 10, Breadcrumb, Richard Hills. 12, Posterage, Roger Wernham. 14, Charge Along, Jeff Baxter. 18, Firm Landing, Nick Connaughton. And 20, Samarid, ridden by Richard Quinn. And here's how they bid.
And it's an open market with Ball and Knight fractionally the favourite at 7-2. Grey Desire and Homo Sapien and Bold Indian are 4-1. Miami Count is 8-1. Samarid is 12-1. And Breadcrumb 14's 20-1 bar these.
The runners on their way down to the 7 furlong start for this. A very valuable listed race, the John of Gaunt Stakes, over £18,000 to the winner. And as you can see right the way down the course there, you can see the gap in the trees. Well, this is the new 6 furlong course, which you'll be viewing with us when we come back here in August. But that gap, in fact, was there because 42 trees were taken down, and they were 200-year-old beeches. Well, as the clerk of the course was telling me, he found it quite a job to get the course right, where the trees have come out of the ground, but he's hoping with time that it'll be okay. But it's going to be a big improvement to Haydock, because at the moment the 6 furlong races are all run round the bend, and sometimes when the ground's a bit firm and has a little bit of rain on it, it becomes slippery, and it's a big disadvantage for some of the horses if they move or shift on the ground. And I think it's going to make Haydock into one of the finest tracks in England. There's number 2. This is Bolin Knight. Bolin Knight's last start was in the Group 2 Lock-in Stakes at Newbury, when he was a shade out of his depth, finishing 5th behind Scottish Reel, Teleprompter and Supreme Leader. But he wasn't too far off the leaders that day. Then that was back in his own company here. He won a similar race as today. That was in May, when beating Orajoya and Sayrab. That was for the Fairy Spring Trophy.
Coming down towards the furlong pole, 7 bore from Orajoya. Sarab coming there on the stand side. Grey Desire producing a run now from the rear as they race into the closing stages. Sarab on the near side, Orajoya on the far side. Orajoya from Sarab as they race up towards the line. Bolin Knight putting in a run over on the far rail, but Orajoya with the fraction advantage, they come to the line, but Bolin Knight just gets up to win it. Bolin Knight from Orajoya then comes.
Well, how that brave little horse fought back that day, because Orajoya is a very useful sprinter, and so is Sayrab. He's 7-2 favourite at the moment. They go 4-1 bar him. Mark Birch looking for his 16th winner of the season here, knows the family really well, and I think in fact rode his dam to many victories, as well as Bolin Knight, who he's riding here today. Let's have a look at number 9. That's him with his back to us in the dark and light halves if you're in black and white, with the red cap if you're in colour. This is Bold Indian. He's been the springer of the race meeting today, I would say, because he's been backed anti-post from 8s to 4s. So that's quite a lot of money come for Bold Indian. He didn't run last season, but showed good form on the last of his 2 runs this year. He's 7-2 from 4-1 at the moment, so he's tightening up even more. He came with a late run to get within 3 parts of a length behind yesterday's Darmed Stakes winner, Pennine Walk at Kempton. That was over a mile, and he was a good second on that occasion. Well, Pennine Walk made it look very easy at Epsom yesterday in the Darmed, so I think that form's pretty solid. And for me, he's the one that Bolin Knight has got to beat. There in the check colours is Grey Desire. Bit of a character him. He was walking around the ring, and in fact he had 2 lads leading him shortly. He had a chiffney on, but he wasn't doing so much as he wanted to get on with it. He's a gay type of horse. He doesn't know how to run a bad race. He won his first pattern race this season, the Duke of York Stakes. That was when beating Si Signor by 3 lengths last month. He also ran a good race at Sandown on his last start when beaten 2 lengths by Double Schwartz. That was also a Group 3 race. Those races were over 6 and 5 furlongs. But if things go right for him, he's quite capable of getting the 7. He's 4-1 in the market at the moment. But I think somehow that a hard 6 is perhaps his best trip. He's 4-1. Let's go and see where the 10 other runners figure.
Well, Bolin Knight still the 7-2 mark, but Bold Indian has joined him at that price. 7-2 joint favourites, these 2. Grey Desire 4-1, and Homo Sapien has gone out to 9-2 from 4s. Miami Count is 8-1. Samarid is 11-1. That was 12-1, and Breadcrumb is 14s, 20-1 bar.
Well, joint favourites at the moment, and any one of 6 or 7 of these have got a great chance. And there are the colours of His Highness the Aga Khan, carried to victory at Epsom in the Derby with Shahrastani. Well, a bonny horse here by Blushing Groom was also fancied for the Derby one year, but didn't quite manage to see the 1.5 miles out. Samared comes up for the first time this season. He was seen on the racecourse on 4 occasions last year, winning a race at Doncaster that was over 6 furlongs, a maiden in July. He also ran a fair 4th in the Acomb Stakes at York, 3 lengths off of the winner, Native Wizard. Looked well in the paddock, I thought, 8 stone to carry, and ridden by Richard Quinn. Richard having a good season. He's looking for his 22nd winner of the year here, and looks pretty hard, this colt. Join Peter.
Bold Indian, the 3-1 favourite, firm landing the last in, and they're away. And firm landing, the first to show from Charge Along was going on now. Charge Along from firm landing and Breadcrumb as they race round this top turn. Charge Along, firm landing and Breadcrumb, Bold Indian on the inside. Posterage racing up towards the outer. Just in behind them, Miami Count and K Simpatica. In fact, Bold Indian losing ground on the turn considerably and has dropped back to 2 from last now. And as they race into the straight, it's Charge Along, well clear of Firm Landing and Posterage and K Simpatica. Then comes Miami Count towards the stand side, being chased by Bollin Knight. Coming down towards the 3 furlong marker, Charge Along still clear of Firm Landing, K Simpatica and Posterage, then Breadcrumb. Bold Indian trying to make ground over on the far side, just in behind the leaders now. Running down towards the 2 furlong pole, Charge Along with the advantage from Firm Landing, little between them, Firm Landing, Charge Along, then K Simpatica. Bold Indian making ground all the time over on the far side, but it's Firm Landing from Charge Along now, then comes K Simpatica. Great Desire producing a run towards the near side with Homo Sapien coming there too. Bold Indians just moved into 3rd, Firm Landing with the advantage. It's Firm Landing as they race into the closing stages. Firm Landing, Bold Indian putting in a tremendous run, so's Homo Sapien. Firm Landing from Homo Sapien at the line. Firm Landing and Homo Sapien in a photo from Bold Indian in 3rd, and 4 came Charge Along, a photo between Firm Landing and Homo Sapien. The horse between them was Bold Indian, and last amazingly was Bollin Knight, and 1 from